Hello everyone, welcome back to the allotment. Today I want to really talk about tomato plants and just stepping outside of the norm and trying something a little bit different, just not going with the flow, the common goal ones, you know, the ones that you see all the time. Take a chance and try and find a tomato that'll just blow you away, that no one's really tried, or shops certainly don't, garden centres certainly don't sell them. So this video is for anybody really, you know, whether you're like a long time tomato grower or just starting out on kind of tomatoes and what to pick and what to choose. And for the latter part of people who's just starting, your options are, if you're going to go to a garden centre in the UK especially, and I'm guessing this is the same in, you know, all around the world, you've got about 5 or 6 staple tomatoes that are, to be honest, taste-wise, mediocre at the best. And we've all grown them. Do you know what I mean? That's why they are the kind of the forefront, the mainstays. You know, because they're a good solid tomato. I'm talking about, like I say, the Shirleys, the Money Makers, the Gardener's Delight. You know, the Elsa Craig's. That's really, apart from a few others that you're left with in the garden centre, if you just come in and you want to start growing tomatoes. And don't get us wrong, for this season it's a little, what you've got. So learn you know, the ropes of growing tomatoes, and then this kind of winter start looking for unusual ones. Now most folks who watch this on a regular basis, this program, this channel, know what I've got planted. But for the like newcomers or someone that's just kind of browsing and just taking an interest, this full section of plants is called Brad's Atomic Grape. Now I grew these, very kind, someone sent the seeds over last year and totally changed, you know what I mean, what is out there and what's available for people. Not your usual run-of-the-mill. These ones are, it's hard to describe, even if because they certainly don't look like a tomato. They certainly, I mean, the taste is fantastic, to be honest. Taste is, everyone's taste is different, you know. Maybe you like, say, that, you know, the Shirleys or the Money Makers, it's a solid taste. For me though, I'm going to give them probably a 4 or a 5, a mediocre. Nothing kind of startling, nothing jumps out. It's got the kind of meh taste, and that's, you know, that's what some people are, you know. It's been, you know, my granddad grew them, my dad grew them, and I might as well, you know, my mum grew them. You go with that. But like I say, there is varieties out there that are just out of this world, and once you know, you learn the basics of tomato growing, you know, you can just grow anything. So like I mentioned, these are called Brad's Atomic Grape, and they start off as like a jet black grape, you know, almost like in plum shaped style. And then if you're lucky, they'll ripen to like an amazing multicoloured variety of tomato. And the one thing that I did notice last year was, if they don't change colour, they still ripen, but they stay like this, like almost midnight black colour. But one thing, they're an unusual plant, these Brad's Atomic Grape, but it's just like anything that's different. They're not like a run-of-the-mill tomato looking plant. They're a spindly, strange looking beast. You know, you think they're gonna not survive, but the crop that came off mine last year, which looked exactly the same as this, you know, they do look fragile, they do look spindly. But don't let that kid you, the actual crop was fantastic. And we can see now we're still just starting now to get the fruits, and hopefully I'll grow these to around about head height and we'll get about 6 trusses off them. So I think for me, when it first started, the taste explosion was one, it's actually through YouTube, someone mentioned try Sun Gold tomatoes. Now those are the most sweetest tasting tomatoes, like sugar candy sweet, you know, so delicious. They didn't make it often down to the house, but there was a little fault with them, and they split quite often. So these are a different variety, a bit similar to the Sun Gold, so hopefully those ones will go as well. They'll really be you know, a delicious tasting ones. Then I'm trying this year, these little four here are called yellow pear. So I've heard some good reports about that as well. So that's fantastic, you know, like just to try different things. Actually, in this polytunnel this year, there's not one, I'm going to call them mediocre tomatoes, like common tomatoes, you know what I mean? There's not one. I'm trying something a little bit different all over. So once you get established with like a tomato growing, you know, learning how to kind of stake them, how to kind of grow them upstring, and how to, you know, determinates, indeterminates, then you go on to more advanced. And this is actually beyond me at the moment there. I haven't even tried this, but these four are grafted tomatoes by a fellow YouTuber, Johnny, and I'll put a link down to Johnny's site as well. So he actually grafts his own. So basically you've got a different rootstock to the tomato plant, and hopefully that rootstock has got the guts and the vigor and the engine to drive to give a fantastic crop on here. And there are 4 different varieties, all just different varieties. Hopefully we'll get a fantastic crop. But the main topic of this video is to kind of step out your boundaries, try something new and try something unusual. And like I mentioned, it is too late at the moment to kind of get a tomato, try and find a tomato plant, try and find, you know, a Brad's Atomic Grape. But learn the process now, learn how to get it, and then just over the winter, and the winter's the ideal time to sit on the kitchen table and go through all your kind of the websites and your leaflets and your brochures on seeds, and just try something a little bit different, and the results will be fantastic. You know, you'll go from the mediocre to the absolute top of, you know, heirloom tomatoes that just taste absolutely fantastic and are fun to grow. Like I say, these ones are fun to grow because I get actually people coming into the polytunnel, and they're curious because they do look, you know, they have got that wilted look, you know, and they don't look promising. But I'm just going off what happened last year. They give a fantastic crop. And even, you know, what you can do, if you've got someone who knows, who've grown them, you can take the cuttings off the side and just pop them in a pot, and they took straight away, no problem at all. So if you've got like a little sucker cutting of someone, you might be able to get a Brad's Atomic Grape. The best thing now is take this opportunity now just to learn, you know, growing a tomato. Take the side shoots out, like I mentioned, string up and get that. Start thinking about, you know, what you're going to use to feed tomatoes as well. General care, whereabouts are you in the country? Can you grow them a little bit higher and get 6 or 7 trusses on? You know, try this for this year, and then just go into really branch out and try and get some unusual tomatoes. Do your research and you'll have a wonderful time growing all these tomatoes. I'll put a link where the best place to get them from is, and it's up to you to go hunting and find them, and let us know, have you moved away from the mediocre? I mean, you know, I've grew Gardener's Delight a couple of years ago, and it was just like, you know, they're one of the king of the crops, and it was just like, yeah, you know, it wasn't anything special. The heirloom ones are special, very special. Look after yourselves, take good care.